Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Florida Gators, taking on the 11th-ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter. Really
fires into traffic. It's picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Leaves it with the back. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Looking for a man. It's Wells. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the running back. They stripped it out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Right back to it. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Running back searching for a hole. Quick spin on the run. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Running back goes in motion. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12.
And you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a 3rd down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw, it's Wells. Release to the back. Snags it. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Oh, he's going to go for the return. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
He'll off one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Speeding down the left side. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Wells. He'll take a deep shot here. Pulls it in on the left. Running toward the tape. Touchdown Gators! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Send that offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll try the run. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Give to the back. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling offensive linemen the Hog Goblins. And Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
Coming up, 4th down. Number 12, on to kick it away. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida.
The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Sending the offense back back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Running to the left. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. A jet sweep pass. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to sneak it.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Wells. Moving away from pressure. He chucks one out to the right. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll play it safe and try for 3. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in the snap.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2 minutes.
And he breaks into the open. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on first down. He's looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. Makes the catch and knocked down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Shotgun snap on third down. Escapes the sack. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas!
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the offense on first down. To throw, it's Wells. They're bringing heat. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block.
They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Coming after it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Florida, 21, Arkansas, 14.
The Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and
he'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Back to throw, it's Wells. Looking down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the defense obviously went in at halftime. They were trailing on the scoreboard. They needed to make some adjustments, and already they're showing some positive signs. On their very first drive of the second half, they're able to register a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's going to run it back. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Thomas.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The offense lining up for a first down play. From deep in their own territory, looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And now on second down for this offense. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Wells. Going deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Gators will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch around the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quick strike complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Running backs are wide receivers. They're doing such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do.
Touchdown, Arkansas! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Makes a move. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you can tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line.
First and 10.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
The defense has not had an answer for this guy today. Already over 150 yards receiving. That time, the ball falls incomplete, but we haven't seen that happen too often today.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man on the right. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the returner will be dragged down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. Got his man in the middle.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Back to throw, it's Wells. He's going to take off. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And the Gators are on the move. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Last time time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out they're trying to throw it to him. So we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Gators. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Florida 42, Arkansas 28.
First down to start the drive after the break. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Shakes off the tackle. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. From the gun. Makes the grab. It's Butler. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Tempo and overdrive.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. It's now second and goal.
Now on second and goal. On the move. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Dropping back, it's Wells. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt-covered unit. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how...
Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They push that lead out. A really good opportunity to get back in the win column. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Well, trailing late here in the fourth quarter, what an effort catching the ball in the middle of the field, knowing he's got to try to save as much clock as he can, and he's able to get himself out of bounds and do just that. That was incredible.
Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying.
He lobs one high down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, looking at second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll go with a direct snap. Bulls his way forward. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking angles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy to the ground.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet. They'll line up to go for 2. Slams ahead. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level there.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Hands it off. On the move at the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Now they'll try the right side. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through